Everyone. Today we'll be discussing the LeetCode problem of the day, minimum time to make rope colorful. So you have n balloons arranged on a rope and the balloons are denoted by a string. So here you have A, B, A, A, C. So A denotes the blue one, the blue color, then B is red, then again AA, which is two blues, and C is the green. And Alice wants the rope to be colorful. So if you have any consecutive balloons which are of the same color, you have to remove the balloons. So for that, Bob will remove the balloons from the rope to make it colorful. And also you're given a zero indexed array, needed time, which denotes the time required to remove a particular balloon. So in this example, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to delete this, remove this balloon, it will take one amount of time. And for this balloon 2, for this 3, this 4, and this 5. So overall, you have to return the minimum time required for Bob to make the rope colorful. So in the first example, we can see that in this rope, we have these two balloons which are consecutive, and you should remove one of it to make it colorful. So you have two options. Either you can remove this blue or this blue, but since you want to have the minimum time, so you will remove the balloon which has the least time. So this balloon has a time 3 and this balloon has a time 4. So if you remove this balloon, the rope will become colorful and the total time required is 3 units. And in the second example, no consecutive balloons are same, so the rope is already colorful. So output will be 0. You don't have to delete any balloons. And finally, in the third input, we have these balloons. So the first two are consecutive. So in this, you have to remove one of the balloon. And in these two as well, you have to remove one of the balloon. So again, let's write the time required. So this will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So out of these two, it is wise to remove the first balloon because this has the least time. So we'll delete this balloon. So because of that, 1 unit of time is added. And after that, out of these two, again, this one is the least value. So we will remove this balloon. So total, it will take 2 units of time to remove these two balloons to make the rope colorful. So the output is 2. And the constraints are the colors length and the needed time length is equal to n, and the array size is at most n power 5. And the values in the array, that means the time, is up to 10 power 4. And colors will contain only lowercase English letters, that is from A to Z. Now let's go over the approach. So I have this example. We have 4 A's and then 2 B, C, A, and 3 B's. So in this, we can see that all these are consecutive. So we have 4 A's which is consecutive, and we have to remove 3 of the balloons so that only one of the balloon remains. So out of these 4, we have to delete 3 balloons. And in this also, we have 2 B's consecutive. So out of these 2 values, you have to remove 1. So only one of it should remain. And this C is it's only single, so we don't have to remove the C. And this A also is only single. Again, in this B, we have 3 B's. So out of this, only 1 B should remain. So we have to delete the other 2 B's. So how we can do it is, in the first set, we have 4 A's with the values 2, 4, 3, 1. Since we want to minimize the time of deletion, we will delete all the least possible values. That means whatever the balloon which has the greatest value, that will remain, and remaining all the balloons will get deleted. So in this example, we will keep this balloon and we will delete the rest of the balloons. And for this B as well, 4 is the maximum, so we will keep this 4 and delete the 3. For C, it's only a 1, so we won't delete anything. And for A also, it's only a single A, we won't delete anything. For this B, we have 3 B's, so the maximum value will remain. So 5 will remain and the remaining 2 will get deleted. So to solve this, what we can do is, we have 4 A's together. So we can get the sum of all the values, which is 4, 5, 6, 10. So sum of all the values of A is 10, and out of this 10, only the max value will remain. So from this sum, if we subtract the max value, which is 4, then we will be left with the value 6. 6 indicates all these balloons, sum of all the balloons which has to be removed. So whenever we iterate on the string, we'll keep a track of the similar elements, and we'll also keep a track of the sum and also the max element. And once we iterate on all the 4 similar elements, the number of amount of balloons we have to delete is equal to the maximum sum of all the balloons minus the max value. So in this case, it is 10 minus 4, which is 6. So 6 denotes deleting this balloon, and this balloon. So 6 is added to our answer. Then again we have B. So in B, total sum is 7. And from 7, we will subtract the max value, which is 4. And the value will be 3. That means to delete this B, you will require 3 units of time. Next for C, you have the total sum equal to 5 and also the max value equal to 5. So if you subtract it, you will have the 0. So 0 indicates you don't have to delete any of the balloon. As we can see here, C is single, so we don't have to delete the C. Again, same thing for A. The sum is 7 and the max value is 7. So 7 minus 7, 0. So 0 indicates we don't have to delete the balloon A. And finally, for this B, the sum is 11. From 11, we won't delete the max value. So we'll subtract the 5. So we'll get the sum as 6. 6 indicates deleting these two lesser value balloons. So overall, we need to add all of these values, which is 15. So total, to make this rope colorful, we need 15 units of time, and by deleting all these balloons. Now let's code the approach. I'll also use this example to do the dry run as we write the code. So initially, let's take answer variable 0. And let's also initialize the max values and also the sum. I'm starting the max value and sum with the first balloon, and we will start the iteration from the second balloon. So initially max will be 2 and sum will be 2. That means we have initially stored the value for the first balloon. So max equal to the first value, and similarly we will have sum also equal to the first value, and we'll start the iteration from the second value. Equal to 1, I less than. So when we iterate, we will start the iteration from here. So we'll first check if the current value is equal to the previous value. If it's equal to the previous value, then we'll keep adding this value to our sum and also update the max value. So we'll first check if colors dot at I is equal to so if it's equal to the previous element, then in our sum we'll just add the current needed time of 5. And also we have to update the max value. Max will be dot max max comma this needed time of 5. So what happens in this iteration, in our sum we will add the 4. So sum will be 6 and max value will be 4. Then we'll move to the next iteration. Here again, current value is equal to the previous value. So you're still on the A itself. So you'll add this 3 to your sum. So sum will be 9 and max value remains 4. 3 is not greater than 4, so you won't update it. Then finally you'll reach here. Again, A is equal to the previous value. So you will add it in your sum and max value remains same. Now let's see what happens. In the next iteration, you are on the B. That means this sum and max currently contains the information about all these A's together. So when you're at the B, this if condition fails. So the current color is not equal to the previous color. So that means in the else case, you have to process the answer for this all the A's. So in your answer, you will add sum minus max. So like we discussed, out of these 4 A's, you will pop all the smallest value balloons. That means the greatest value balloon, which is 4, is what remains, and the remaining balloons 2, 3, and 1 will get popped. So to get the sum of all the values which are popped, you can directly get it by doing sum minus the max value. So in your answer, you will subtract sum minus max, which is 6. So in your answer, you will store 6. And after that, since you're at B, you want to reset the sum and you want to reset the max value. So sum will be the current value, and same with max. Max is the current value. So once this is done, you are resetting the value, which will store the value for the next color. So in this case, sum will be 4 and max will be 4. So this is indicating for this B. After this, when you move to the next iteration, you are at this B, and since your current value is equal to the previous value, you will go to the first if condition and you will add this 3 to your sum. So sum will be 7 and max remains 4. So this is done. Next, you will move on to C. So once you're at C, you will go to the else case because current character is not equal to the previous character. So now you have a sum and you have a max. That means you have in these 2 balloons, you have to pop all the smallest value balloons, so that you can get it by doing sum minus max. So 7 minus 4, which is 3. So in your answer, you will add a 3. So this 3 indicates popping of this smaller value balloon. Once that is done, you will update the sum to be 5 and max also to be 5 for the next color, for the color C. So sum is 5, max is 5, and you'll move to the next iteration. In the next iteration, you are at A. Now again, A is not equal to the previous color. So you'll go to the else case. And in your answer, you will add sum minus max. Here sum is 5, max is 5. So in your answer, you will add 0. So 0 indicates for C, you only have one element. So you don't have to delete any of the value. So sum answer remains same. And you will update, you will again reset sum and max to store the values for the current color, which is A. So sum will be 7, max will be 7. Now again in the next iteration, you will be at B, and current value is not equal to the previous value. So again you'll go to the else case. In else case, out of all these A's, only the max value should remain and the remaining A's should vanish. So 7 minus 7, you'll get it as 0. That means in this, you don't need to delete any of the balloons because A is present single. And once that is done, you will again update your sum and max, which will store the information about the new color B. So sum will be 4, max will be 4. Now you will move to the next iteration. So B is here. Now current character is equal to the previous character. So you'll go to the if condition and you will add this 2 to your sum. So sum will be 6 and the max value will remain 4 only. And next you will move to the last B, and you'll see current character is equal to the previous character. So this you will add this 5 to your sum. So sum will become 11. And also since 5 is greater than 4, you will update the max value. And next you will move to the next iteration and it goes out of bound. So the loop breaks. So far we have calculated the answer for only these parts. So for the last B's, we have the sum and we have the max, but we have not calculated the answer. So for that, once we come out of the for loop, we have to check the answer again. So answer plus equal to sum minus max. So sum is 11, max is 5. So this indicates that out of these three, only the max value remains and the remaining two values should be removed. So 11 minus 5 will give you 6. So 6 you will add in your answer. 4 plus 2 is 6. And once this is done, you just have to return your answer. And in this case, answer will be 6 plus 3 plus 6, which is 15. So for this input, you have to remove, let me just write what balloons we are removing. So we'll remove these three balloons. And for the B, you'll remove this balloon. And for these set of B's, you'll remove these balloons. So total, when you add it, you'll get the sum as 15. Let me submit now. Test. Okay. It's MAXX. I think same with here also. All good. Let me submit. Yeah, and it works. Finally, let's do the time and space complexity analysis. So for the time complexity, you're just iterating on the array or the string once. So time complexity will be order of n. And for space complexity, you've just initialized few variables and not declared any arrays. So space complexity will be constant. So it's order of 1. I also have the code in Python. If anyone wants to view it, I'll add it in the description as well. And let's catch up in the next video.